of the world at different times. From those many experiments, the most famous experiment is discharge tube experiment. Students, discharge tube experiment explains the internal structure of atom, and also this discharge tube experiment tell us that an atom is not indivisible, rather an atom is a divisible particle. An atom is a divisible particle. So students, today we will see what is discharge tube and what was the discharge tube experiment. Students, a discharge tube is a cylindrical glass tube which is fitted with two metal plates at its both ends and also it contains a vacuum pump. So this is the discharge tube, which is a cylindrical glass tube fitted with two metal plates at its both ends and having a vacuum pump. So if this question is asked, what is a discharge tube? Your answer should be a discharge tube is a cylindrical glass tube fitted with two metal plates at its both ends and contain a vacuum pump. Okay, so students, this is the discharge tube, and in this discharge tube, experiments were performed, and from those experiments it became clear that an atom is not an indivisible particle, but it is a divisible particle. Students, just I am going to explain before you about this discharge tube experiment. Students, first of all, in this discharge tube, at normal pressure, a gas was taken, and then the metal plate of the discharge tube was connected with a high volt electric source So keep in mind, in the discharge tube at normal pressure a gas was taken, and then the both ends of metal plates were connected to a high volt electric source, and after connecting it was trying to notice what happens inside the discharge tube. Students, at this normal pressure inside the discharge tube, different gases were taken, and in each case it was trying to notice what is going on inside the discharge tube. But my dear students, at normal pressure, nothing noticeable happened inside the discharge tube. From this, it was concluded that at normal pressure, all gases are poor conductor of electricity. And you have to keep in your mind, at normal pressure, all gases are poor conductors of electricity. After normal pressure, the pressure inside the discharge tube was reduced to 10 to the power minus 4 atm. And at this reduced pressure, a gas was taken inside the discharge tube and high volt electricity was passed in the discharge tube. Then it was noticed that just behind the anode, just behind the anode, near the wall of discharge tube, a greenish flickering glow, a greenish flickering glow was observed. A greenish flickering glow was observed. From this, it was concluded that at low pressure, gases are conductors of electricity. And you have to keep in your mind, at normal pressure, gases are poor conductors of electricity, but when the pressure is reduced, then gases start conducting electricity. Students, as in this case, it was observed just behind the anode, near the wall of discharge tube, a greenish flickering glow was observed. From this, it was concluded that certainly from the cathode, some invisible rays must be come, and after striking to the wall of discharge tube, this glow was produced. Students, as this was observed just behind the anode, so it was concluded that from cathode towards cathode, some rays may come towards the anode, and after striking the wall of discharge tube, such type of flickering glow produce. Students, these invisible rays was said to be cathode rays. So cathode rays are those rays which are produced when from a low pressure gas high volt electricity is passed. From a low pressure gas high volt electricity is passed, then a ray is produced, and the ray was named as cathode ray. Now students, the next challenge before the scientists were that what are the properties of these cathode rays. So students, to know the different properties of cathode ray, Separately, so many experiments were performed, and from those experiments, certain important properties about the cathode rays was detected. So let me say what are the properties of cathode rays. Properties of cathode rays. Students, first property, cathode rays always travels in a straight line. And this property of cathode rays was observed when on the way of cathode rays an opaque material was placed. When an opaque material was placed on the way of cathode rays, it produced a shadow of that object. So formation of this shadow of opaque object on the way of cathode rays prove that cathode rays always travel in a straight line. Okay. Second property was observed that these rays are made of some mass particles, and this property was observed when on the way of cathode rays a light paddle wheel was placed. Light paddle wheel started rotating on the way of cathode rays. From this it was concluded that certainly the ray is made of some mass particles, and due to that much mass on the paddle wheel it started rotating. So cathode rays are made of some mass particles. Third characteristic, students, property, this time cathode rays was passed in the electric field. So in electric field, cathode rays in electric field bend towards the positive plate of the field. Positive plate of the field, which ensures that certainly these rays are made of some negatively charged particle, because we know unlike charges attract each other. So in presence of electric field, bending of cathode rays towards the positive end of the electric field indicates that certainly these rays are made of some negatively charged particles. So students, cathode rays in electric field bend towards the positive plate of the end, which clearly indicates that these rays are made of some negatively charged particles. So students, three properties we came to know about cathode rays. Cathode rays travel in a straight line. Cathode rays are made of some mass particles, and cathode rays are also made of some negatively charged particles. Students, this negatively charged particle which constitutes cathode ray inside the discharge tube was named as electron by the famous scientist J. Thomson. So students, the negatively charged particle, the negatively charged particle, negatively charged particles which constitute cathode rays was named as electron by J. Thomson. So students, we are learning here cathode rays are made of negatively charged particles, and these negatively charged particles are known as electrons. So students, another definition we learned about cathode rays. What are cathode rays? Your answer should be cathode rays are a stream of negatively charged electrons. Okay, are beam of negatively charged electrons. Okay, now students, cathode rays are a stream of negatively charged electrons. This is the another definition of cathode rays. And how cathode rays are produced? Your answer should be when at low pressure from a gas high volt electricity is passed, then cathode rays are produced. Okay, right, clear? Very good. And students, question is asked, who discovered electron? Your answer should be J. Thomson. J. Thomson discovered electron. Okay, now students, cathode rays are made of electrons, a negatively charged particle. Okay, now students, in my next video I will discuss before you about the charge and mass of electron, because students, an electron has also some mass and it has also charge. So we must know what is the magnitude of charge on negatively charged electron and what is its mass. So students, charge and mass of electrons was separately calculated by the experiments. So in next video I will discuss before you about the charge and mass of electrons. Thank you very much.